Sean's out on yellows for this match coming up. How does that make you adjust?
Well, obviously we're going to have to put somebody else in there. I think for us, Sean's been very consistent over the season, so it's a shame he's going to miss. But look, that's part of it. At this stage of the season, you're going to get suspensions. We've had a couple. I think that's going to happen, especially at this stage of the season. You're going to get yellow cards and suspensions. So that's why we've got a squad, and we've got tremendous belief in the guys that are going to step in and play.
As things sort of settled down a little bit, I know you got a bit of a turbulent week last week. You go out there, get a win, get a chance to return to normalcy of sorts.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think for us, we obviously felt we had a good week's training last week. Really pleased with the second half performance against Pittsburgh, and then again now our focus is Wednesday, which will be a tough game against Harrisburg, because first half against New York they had a lot of chances, and that result isn't really indicative of how that game played out. So I think for us, it's been aware of Harrisburg. They've got a lot of pace in the team. We've got some very technical players, so we need to make sure that we're on point for what will be a very tough game.
In the middle of the year, we talked about this winning streak and our unbeaten streak, and guys not looking too far ahead, but now you've got about 10 games left. From your perspective, how do you keep those guys from now looking at the scoreboard, looking at New York and looking ahead?
Very simple. I mean, it's always one step, and I think for us it's always the next game, and I think that's why throughout that 17 game we spoke about the next game, and equally it's always the next game. I think for me it's making sure that you focus on what you can control, which is performances in training and performances in the game. I can't control, and I've no wish to control what goes off anywhere else. So I think for us it's making sure your mindset is correct and your focus is on things that you can control and impact.
George talked a little bit about how that's easier when you're in control of your own destiny and you're not having to let another team get a certain result. Is that sort of where you stand as well? Is that you're not having to watch other teams at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I've got tremendous belief in our guys. I think when you've got the quality that our guys have, and the attitude that they have, the character that they show, for me, why waste time focusing on things you can't control? We've no aspect or wish to control what happens anywhere else. I think for us, it's making sure that we try to be the best we can be every single day, train properly and prepare as well as we can for the games. It's something that we've done all season. It's always the next game. And I know for the journalists and the reporters it's very boring because you want to hear something other than me preach it's the next game, but unfortunately that's just the way it is.
I'm sure you saw the study about the potential growth of soccer in the city with a stadium. Your thoughts on that? Do you guys have any sort of involvement in the study? They reach out to you guys at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's more a question for Amanda and for the higher up. But for me, I'm really excited to see the results of the study, to see that there is a need for a soccer-specific stadium in Louisville. I think it's something that we're desperate for as a club. I think our supporters are desperate for it. I think our supporters deserve to have their own stadium. So I think for us, it's very encouraging and very pleasing to see. And equally, when you tie in how supportive the mayor and everyone at the city has been, I think it's really encouraging for us to have all that support.
How have you seen the support grow just from taking this thing from the ground up to where it is now?
Well, I think when you look at the passion the supporters have, I think it's tremendous. I know we'll be out and about in the town and people come up to you and they're really proud of Louisville, and I think apart from the soccer team, people in Louisville are proud to be from Kentucky. They're proud to be part of Louisville, and I think that they now feel as if they have a soccer team that represents them in a really good way, and that they can be really, really proud of the soccer team. So I think for us it's been great to get that support from the community and from the city and the mayor, and I think it's really exciting times for us as a football club.